Hello YouTube, this is Galway Yu-Gi-Oh here, and today I am back with my beginner's guide to Dark Souls 3. This is part 5, and instead of continuing on with the Undead Settlement, I've decided to come back to Farling Shrine to explore a little bit. Now, I did go ahead and, sell some items and consume the souls to get up to 20,000 souls here. To buy this tower key. I've just bought it, as you see, it's no longer in stock. That's all I'd done, and I was only left with 11 souls. I did have to sell one ember, but
Ashen one.
I mean, yeah, I don't really need them. I wouldn't advise doing this if I were you and you were a new player and you thought you'd die a bit more than I would. But you can instead just farm outside here for 1,000 souls, or farm in whatever place you want to for the 1,000 souls. It should not take long at all to get that key, and that's how many souls you should have after clearing the areas I've just done, by spending the exact same amount that I have and all that stuff. Of course, remember, if you're slightly less on souls, you can just farm the rest of them. That's really up to you. And I have went ahead and opened this, however I've not picked up any of the items at all. The reason I've done this is because I forgot when I came up here, I forgot I wasn't recording and I needed to start again. I clicked the wrong button. But I am recording now, so yeah, I opened both of these gates. Well, this gate was already open, but I opened the gate down here and crossed over here. But yeah, I'll show you what's around. There's quite a lot of items, and you might say, well, I haven't seen any yet, and there's only one item up here, by the way. But yeah, there's a lot of secret things you can get up here and around this tower. Really worth the 20,000 souls for the key, especially one of the items. Oh, I did pick up the item up here. The item up here was the let me show you guys this, the Firekeeper soul. It's a quest item you give to the Firekeeper for later in the game if you want to choose a different ending to your story. But it has no bearing on the gameplay mechanics itself until the very end for story options. So yeah, I just picked that up. And if you look down either side, you'll notice two items. One on this side, which it seems is unable to be gotten to unless you hop down from right here, and this one on this side, if you can look down there, which seems to be at the very bottom on the floor. So if you want to get both items, you'd probably want to try and jump down here. But if you wanted to play safe and only get this one item down here, you'd jump across here for the safer path down. As you see, it's much easier with those coffins sticking out. I may die here a couple of times. If I do, I'll cut it out until I'll cut the parts where I fail out until I get down. So yeah, just roll me the jump and hopefully we just finish the jump. It only took me one try after I failed, incidentally, so I could have just kept recording, but I was pretty lucky. Sometimes it takes me multiple tries to do that jump right, and I still don't know the science behind actually making the jump 100%. But let me go quickly through those two things I got. One of them was the Estus ring, and the other was the Firekeeper set. So if you look at the Estus ring, it actually heals you more with the Estus flask, so it pretty much makes your Estus flask heal more. Pretty good ring, I'll equip it. And the Firekeeper set is a pretty average set with high fire, lightning, and dark resistances, but not as great physical resistances, and it's actually not that light either, all things considered. It's by far one of the weaker sets in the game, and we're just out here, and I'd forgotten I haven't killed this guy, but this is Uchigatana guy, and we're going to fight him now since we're much more powerful than we were when we first encountered him. Or, well, we didn't encounter him. I said I'd come back here then. And this is what I mean by stun locking him to death. It's certainly a viable strategy. He does hit very hard no matter what level you're at though. Quickly heal up, and you can see that my Estus flask heals me to full health now. It's crazy. You still gotta be careful though, this guy is pretty damn tough. And we've only finished the first area, so it's not like we're super high level, just a little higher than we would have been when we first faced him. Okay, wait for him to come down. We don't want to fight him on any stairs in case we kind of get, like, cheesed in some way. I don't know. Fighting him on even ground is probably better, although he seems to want to force us back onto the stairs again. And the staggering seems to work, as you can see. If we can quickly get off another one, and there he is dead. This works with any weapon, but bear in mind heavier weapons will have higher stamina consumption. And you may say, is that really what I spent 20,000 souls for? A pretty good ring and a set that we're not even going to wear, as well as a quest item that won't affect us till the very end of the game? And the answer is no. There's actually a way you can jump off the top of the roof up here to get a secret kind of area. Not a secret area, it's kind of obvious by this ladder that needs to be kicked down that you can drop off from that bridge there, but I'll go ahead and show all of that stuff too. Quickly run up the stairs again. It doesn't take that long. I joke. By the way, in this building right here, we don't actually have to go back in here again, but if you come back here later, after about the first third of the game, an event will trigger and something will happen. And if you want, you can do that. If you don't want, you don't have to do it. It's completely optional, but it's pretty cool. And I can't obviously trigger it now since we're so early in the game, but yeah, come back later if you want to see something cool there. Just drop down here. Kick the ladder down, so we've unlocked a shortcut of sorts, but I won't be coming back up here probably for the rest of the playthrough, but you probably should as a new player, because there's some interesting things to show up here that you may want to re-access later. Kill this crystal lizard, and don't worry about jumping down, because there's a way to get back up without too much trouble. Okay, he's given us a Twinkling Titanite. Twinkling Titanite upgrades unique non-boss weapons. Titanite scales upgrade boss weapons, and the standard Titanites like shards and chunks and large Titanite shards, they all upgrade standard weapons like this weapon we have now. I'll see if we have any unique weapons in our inventory, but I doubt we do. No, maybe the Knight's crossbow is considered unique. I don't really know actually, but everything else is pretty standard. The deep battle axe, by the way, is just a standard battle axe infused with deep magic, which is dark magic that doesn't scale. Dark gems and like dark upgrade paths actually does scale. It's complicated, and I'll probably do that later on. If I do more videos for this series, I'll certainly cover the different infusion types and what they do. In fact, I was thinking about doing separate videos for things like infusion types and how all the different stats work and what various types of builds are. But yeah, this is the crows, and I'm going to come back here for the last part of the video. But first I want to go in here and get the item that makes everything here worth it. The covetous silver serpent ring. This gives you 10% extra souls. I'll show you it right now. Pretty damn good. And what this means is that for the 20,000 important souls that you've spent here to get that key, to get that item, you will earn the souls by wearing that ring till you get 4 good rings that replace those, making the key almost as if it were free. If that makes any sense, but yeah, it's pretty reasonable. That's all I'll say, is that it's pretty reasonable that the 20,000 souls will get repaid by using this ring. It does take up the ring slot, and I wouldn't advise using it too late in the game, but it certainly makes the key to get the Estus ring and to access the crows and to get a few of the items that were up here, and the Estus shard. We picked up an Estus shard, by the way, right there. It does make it worth it. If 20,000 souls for an Estus wasn't good enough, you get that ring and another ring and access to the crows and some other items. We got the Titanite, the Twinkling Titanite, so that was pretty good. And last but not least, the crows. Well, actually one crow.
You.
I'm just gonna skip that. And what you do here is you drop several items. You can choose what you want to drop. There's actually a long list of items that can be dropped. Right now I've only got 3 items that can be dropped here, and I will use those now. Oh, I can't drop those because I've got them equipped, so let me just unequip them quickly, and we'll drop them right now. And the Homeward Bone, and this will give us about 4 items, I believe, or an emote and 3 items. So we got the emote, 1 item, 2 item, and 3 item. So we actually got 3 items, 2 of them being upgrade materials, 1 being an armor piece, and we also got the emote. So pretty good. Yeah, very worth it. This little journey, taking your time to come over here, pay those 20,000 souls, and unlock all of this stuff in Firelink Shrine is more than worth it. Thank you very much, guys, for watching. This has been Galway Yu-Gi-Oh! I hope you enjoyed, and peace out.